You pick up your phone to check the time. 20 minutes later, you are still scrolling through short-form videos, watching people you don't know dance to songs you don't like. You feel a strange mixture of numbness and anxiety. You know you have work to do, you know you have goals, but the idea of sitting down to write that essay or finish that report feels physically painful. It feels like climbing Mount Everest. So you check your phone again. Just one more hit. You are not lazy. You are not unmotivated. You are chemically broken. Your brain is currently suffering from dopamine inflation. Just like printing too much money devalues a currency, flooding your brain with cheap, high-stakes dopamine devalues your ability to do anything that requires effort. We need to fix this, not in a month, not in a week. We are going to fix it in 24 hours. First, you need to understand the mechanism. Dopamine is not the pleasure molecule. That is a myth. Dopamine is the molecule of craving. It is the engine of more. In a natural environment, you would get a spike of dopamine when you found food, or built a shelter, or reproduced. You had to work for it. The spike was the reward for effort. Today, you get that same spike by moving your thumb 1 inch on a glass screen. You get it from processed sugar, you get it from video games, you get it from adult content. Here is the problem. Your brain seeks homeostasis. It wants balance. Imagine a seesaw in your mind. When you flood it with pleasure, dopamine, the seesaw tips hard to one side. To restore balance, your brain doesn't just level out. It tips hard to the other side, the side of pain. This is why you feel miserable, irritable, and bored immediately after a binge of scrolling or gaming. Your brain is down-regulating your dopamine receptors. It is literally removing the seats that dopamine sits on to protect itself from the flood. This lowers your baseline dopamine. When your baseline is low, normal life feels grey. Reading a book feels impossible. Walking outside feels boring. Talking to your family feels like a chore. You become a zombie chasing the next high just to feel normal. The only way to reset the baseline is to stop the flood entirely. You need a hard reset. I'm going to give you the 24-hour dopamine fast protocol. This is extreme. It is boring. And it works better than any productivity app you have ever downloaded. Pick a day, ideally a Sunday or a day off. You are going to follow 4 non-negotiable rules. Rule number 1, the digital blackout. For 24 hours, you cannot look at a screen. No phone, no computer, no TV, no tablet. Turn them off and put them in a drawer. Ideally, give them to a friend or put them in your car. If you need your phone for emergencies, put it in grayscale mode, delete all social media apps and leave it in another room. This cuts the primary supply line of cheap dopamine. Rule number 2, no input audio, no music, no podcasts, no audiobooks. We are terrified of silence. We plug our ears constantly because we are afraid to be alone with our own thoughts. You need to let your mind wander. You need to let the silence become deafening. This forces your brain to start generating its own entertainment, which is the root of creativity. Rule number 3, boring food only. No sugar, no fast food, no caffeine, no alcohol. You will eat for fuel, not for fun. Boiled eggs, rice, plain chicken, vegetables. Drink only water. Processed food is engineered to hijack your reward system. By eating plain food, you resensitize your palate. By the end of the day, an apple will taste like the sweetest candy you have ever had. Rule number 4, no artificial stimulation. No video games, no magazines, no substances. So what can you do? You can write with pen and paper. You can read physical books only, and preferably non-fiction or philosophy. You can walk, you can meditate, you can exercise, you can clean your house, you can stare at a wall. Here is what will happen during these 24 hours. Phase 1, the itch, hours 04. You will feel phantom vibrations in your pocket. You will reach for your phone automatically. You will feel restless. You will pace around the room. This is the withdrawal. It means the protocol is working. The pain side of the seesaw is screaming for you to fix it with a cheap hit. Do not give in. Phase 2, the boredom, hours 4 to 12. This is the hardest part. You will be aggressively bored. Your brain will tell you that this is stupid, that it's a waste of time. Embrace the boredom. Boredom is not the enemy. Boredom is the cleaning crew. When you are truly bored, the threshold for what is interesting drops. Suddenly, cleaning your room looks appealing because it's something to do. Organizing your desk feels like an adventure. You are resetting your sensitivity. Phase 3, the clarity, hours 12 in 24. By the evening, a strange calm will wash over you. The mental fog will lift. Your thoughts will slow down. You might find yourself writing in a journal for an hour without stopping. You might have a breakthrough idea about your business or studies. You are back at baseline. When you wake up the next morning, the world will look different. Colors will seem brighter. Your focus will be laser sharp. The task that felt like climbing Everest yesterday? Now it just looks like a small hill. You sit down and you just do it. Because compared to staring at a wall for 24 hours, writing an essay is actually stimulating. The re-entry. This is crucial. Do not wake up the next day and immediately scroll TikTok for 2 hours. You will undo everything. Start your day with a low dopamine morning. No phone for the first hour. Sunlight, movement, deep work. Save the high stimulation activities for the reward at the end of the day. You don't need more motivation. You don't need a better planner. You need to heal your receptors. Your brain is designed to conquer, to build, to solve complex problems. But it can't do that if it's drowning in cheap pleasure. Give yourself 24 hours, reset the system, stop living in the spike, and reclaim your baseline. If you are ready to stop being a slave to your impulses and start operating like a machine, hit subscribe to BrainOS. We don't just talk about focus, we build the architecture.